Fully ignited souls, we are getting ready for a new creation. Beautiful ignited souls. I am Crimey Queen in case you're joining us for the first time. So welcome. I hope you find something of substance, something that ignites you, something that stimulates you, reverberates at a high level, whatever it is that Spirit wants you to have anyway, because you are not here by chance. So Spirit tells me to exclaim, utter as loud as possible, but we'll do this imaginary. Let there be light. These were the words, those were the words of Mother Eve, the first spell cast in the Bible. Let there be light. That means everything, we, me, you, and everything has a life force in it, and everything had a seed in that light. Okay, enough of that. What comes to mind is a text that says, can two walk together except they be agreed? That's the kind of language they had. But oftentimes we say that, yes, the Bible was spoken or written in a certain language that that was the language at the time. But another thing we need to pay attention to or remember that everything is like present, but in that presence, there was a deep knowing that we in this time, in this age, would struggle, if you like, to understand the language in at the various levels and depth that it holds. That's why the scriptures continue to tell you to seek wisdom, above all, seek understanding. So, we are speaking numerology. I have found numerology to be the tool, the instrument that really brings a lot of light to the surface. And in saying so, we have can two, this is the thing we are talking about, two walk together unless, meaning except they be agreed. So except they what? We say be agreed. I'm doing school like here now. So we are going to do, because we are working on legs, and we see the number 2 is very important here. We have been talking about W. There's 2 on the timer as well, 250. So we are talking about 2, and we are saying that 2 is like a vortex in a way. On the sacrifice template, we could see 2 is where Christ has this, the Last Supper. This is where he agrees, or the disciples agree to break bread and eat of the wine, eat of the wine. Okay, drink of the wine, eat of the bread, and this is where agreement is formed. 2 here, which has this the resonance or the attributes of 4 as well, because when we do the numerical value for the word 2, it gives us 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So 2 is really foundational. 2 people agree and there's a foundation. They shake hands on an agreement. They signed a contract between the 2. There's a foundation of something, of anything to happen. So worlds and countries and everything, this begins with 2. 2 to agree. 2 of yourself, if you like. 2 minds, the 2 hemispheres, the 2 hands cooking together, the 2 of your spirit and body, whatever 2. And so 2 must, but it's be agreed. I just want to go over, and this is going to be short. I have decided that it's going to be short because I'm co-creator with the universe, and so this is the template we work with. And what we see here is also the number 5 shows up, because the number 5 in this sense is telling us that it's almost as the ultimate number that gives us a degree of of it is a number of change, but it's also a demarcation that you have come to a pinnacle point. You have faced a pinnacle point because it is the number that comes between 1 and 9. And it's like the top of the pyramid, the very peak of a pyramid, which the number pyramid for pyramid is also 5. Okay, so let's look at B together. And let's use this. So unless they be agreed. This is the word agreed. A-G-R-E-E-D. Okay, you think unless they agree would be okay, but it be agreed. This is numerology, and this is one of the main languages or instruments that the scriptures, particularly the Holy Bible of King James Version. I believe it's for all the scriptures, but the scriptures, they keep changing volumes and changing and having additions, but this is to throw you off course. That's it. Okay, so the word be, of course, tells us that this is the 2 that I have been talking about. It is the precept or prerequisite. It is a pre something anyway. It is the vortex. Okay, so it is 2. Why are my pens drying so quickly? I need to be using them more frequently. Okay, so let's hope this. Okay, we have, so this is 2 and this is 5, so this gives us 7. And this is 1, 7, 9, 5, 5, 4. Adding this together, this is 10, this is 27, this is 27, this is 31. 3 plus 1 is 4. When we add this together, this gives us 11. Of course, 1 plus 1 is 2. So there is wit in the scriptures when it says, can 2 walk together unless they be agreed? It's just in simple way say that it takes 2 to walk together, or it takes 2 to together it entails 2. Even in the word together is TO, which is just as 2, TWO as well. So it is, the language it's like an elasticated band that and it stretches. So sometimes we are lazy to really go through the whole mile or where it's stretched to understand the language itself or the syllables or whatever is being conveyed. But going back to the root, like in Genesis of chapter 1, there we see that the template is there. The blueprint, the template, everything is there for us to read through it. So there is another way of looking at this as well, because I also felt that there was something very succinct here with the double 1, just as in Neo in the Matrix as well. We see the word matrix is also coinciding with the B, or it's also, I think it's also 5. Let's go make agreed. Wow. So just as agreed, I say wow because on the screen of my whole family just it's just a picture just shoot up, and it's like everyone's eyes on me. It's like I didn't know I had an audience right there. Unless they are in this oneness of mind, unless they agree with the number 2, unless they shake hands, unless they cannot walk together. They cannot. So they have to be agreed. And this is the language that we are being beckoned to call. So here, this is what, like Jesus, 11 is Jesus, the first master number. It's 1 1. So while it is also 2, like, and becomes 2 is 13, the reverse of 31. It is also, so 2, TWO is 256, which equals 13. And if it's, of course, if we did 1 1, the single 1 equals, which is 655, is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. So this is where we are talking about legs as well. So I don't know if I even remembered to mention, but this is what I'm trying to show, that agree is to walk. Of course, I did bring this because they have to walk. This is why we have our legs. You cannot walk unless you have your 7, unless you, so here 1 and 1. So because there were 2 1s, so 2 1s, here is 1 1 is 7 7. Adding this together is 14. This is where the 14 gods are in our legs. So this is a an illustration of showing that everything we do, in every motion, the gods are there with us. We can have this as a mental representation that our legs are the gods. The gods are our legs. The gods are more than that, but this is a mental representation for us to be more present. So we know that when we are walking, we have this communion with the gods, with our legs, and treating our legs as gods in honoring their attribute, that they take us to different places. We stand on them, we reach heights through them because we are able to stand. And all what our legs represent, they are the 7 7, just like 7 7 is the W, and the W is together, is the 2 7s together, like this, 2 7s together. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you have fun with this, and I am glad that I made this short. And I just had to do this. I had felt I had ended for the evening, but it came to me in spirit, of course. So I'm thanking Mother Eve and the gods. Okay, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay ignited and united, and don't forget, let there be light in everything you do.